Hi, this is Gunna226 with another handgun review. So far I've done 2 handgun reviews. This is the third, so I'm not going to go in any specific order now of the way I've acquired them or anything like that. So this is my next selection. I know Pete over at the Armory channel has a Kimber Custom 2 that's very similar to this one. So if you guys want to go check that out, he's a good guy. So I highly recommend his stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to get that in before I got started. Okay, why did I buy this gun? I bought this gun basically because no handgun firearms collection is complete without a 1911. A lot of you out there might disagree. A lot of you out there might agree. That's my point of view. And Kimber, I really fell in love with. It has some really nice options, and they're much cheaper than some of the counterparts that have maybe some of the same options. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I'm not really a 1911 guy. The battery of arms is, for me, is a little bit more complicated, and I don't have a lot of practice with it. So I'm just going to cover some of the basics. I know there's some other things out there that might go more in depth, but just bear with me. I'll give you my take on the 1911 and this Kimber Custom 2. It's one of my favorites out there. Alright, let's first start off with the weight. Okay, let's get the scale. Here we can see it weighs in at 37.6 ounces with the factory Kimber mag that they supply. And for me, it's pretty much worthless. So I don't use that. What I use is the stainless steel MSRP. It's an 8-rounder. So it gives you another shot of capacity than the 7-rounder standard that comes with it. And it works a whole lot better. The follower is anti-tilt. It is polymer follower, but once again, it's a much better magazine. So this is what I use. So let's remeasure, let's reweigh it. No, it's not a stock measurement, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. 37.8 ounces. I can live with that for an extra round of capacity, as well as the higher reliability that I'm going to get out of this with the MSRP stainless steel mag. I've had 100% reliability. It's been a great performer. Goes into next talking point, which is a 45. 45s have really good stopping power. Doesn't matter if it's just if it's a hollow point, it has even more. But just a full metal jacket has good stopping power. The military used to use these 45s, and they were issued to the officers. But now they've transitioned to the 9mm, specifically the Beretta, for most applications as a standard issue. Different branches use different things. But this used to be the 45 used to be the standard. And with good reason. The stopping power is unbeatable, pretty much. Which goes a little bit into capacity. Now, I have a little bit of problem with the capacity on this guy. It's only 8 rounds. For where I live, it's perfectly acceptable because we have a 10-round limit on our magazines anyway. So the 45 is good for that. Even if it was a double stack 45 like the Smith & Wesson M&P is a 10-round capacity for the 45. And goes into how thin the grip is, which is very nice actually. I like how thin the grip is. We'll get into that a little bit later. As far as accuracy goes, I can hold this gun really well. I can hold it properly. The grip is really thin. So I'm very accurate with this gun. I was surprised initially because the battery of arms was a little bit more complicated than, say, my Smith & Wesson SW40F that I just reviewed. Is also a little bit more complicated maybe than the Sig Sauer P226 that I have. I definitely like no safety, no thumb safety or secondary safety. That's my preferred method. I know there's different points of view on that, but that's just what I prefer. Other than that, though, I really like the trigger on this. The trigger on this guy is aces. There's no issues with the trigger. I really like the trigger a lot. Stick the magazine out. Trigger pull. It's a Kimber. Not only is it Kimber, it's the 1911. I can't really say much more than that. I love the single action that it has. It's very comparable. This trigger actually is my favorite trigger of all the guns that I have. And I guess the next would be my Smith & Wesson, or the, not Smith & Wesson, but the Sig Sauer P226 in a single action mode, after it gets through the double action with that long trigger pull. The grips that come with it are rubberized. I kind of like the way they look. I do have a Hogue wraparound that I had on it before. It kind of spoiled it a little bit, how the way it looks in the classic 1911 look. But I could shoot that a whole lot better because it helped me manage the recoil of the 45 a little bit better. So in that aspect, it was good. Not really sure what I'm going to do. I haven't really found a pair of grips that I want to put on this yet. So I'm just sticking with the stock for now. If this becomes more of a range gun, I definitely will put the Hogue back on. So maybe a couple of the ergonomic points here I want to cover. You can see the magwell here in the bottom. It's beveled, which helps do speed reloads. It really helps with that, and I really like it. It's been very useful in that aspect. Here we see we got the extended mag release, which really helps. I don't have to reposition my hand nearly as much, if at all, to hit that. So that's very good. The trigger, like I said before, is superior. I really like the trigger on these guys. Here we got the beaver tail. It's extended. You can see my hand it fits well into my hand. No real issues with hammer bite, which is a real problem sometimes with some other handguns. It does have an extended grip safety here. I'm not really fond of this. Don't really see the need for it anymore. I know the XDs also have them, and I do like the XDs as well, and I'll have to take a look at those a little bit later. As far as breakdown of this guy goes, it's a little more complicated than I'm used to. I don't think I want to cover that on this review. It takes me a little longer probably than most. I have a lot of difficulty with it, and the little toggle in the barrel gives me problems sometimes. As well as this Kimber, it's pretty tight. That's one thing I really like about it. You shake this guy around, you don't hear it rattling like some of the other 1911s out there. It's really solid built. It's a really solid performer. No issues, no problems. Here we lock the slide open. You can see here it's already got the stainless steel guide rod. It's really nice compared to some of the other stuff out there that's not. Not really sure what kind of parts, if there's any MIM parts in this. I know there's the Pete over at the Armory channel did a lot of research into that recently. I'm gonna have to rewatch his video. But overall, this is a great gun. I've had no problems with it. As far as simplicity, I would say it's not very simple to operate. This is not a handgun for novice users. One of the big things for me is, you know, a lot of people say cocked and locked. That's the way to go. That's the way to carry it. In high stress situations, I don't have the training in place to really go up for that safety to click it off. This is not a gun that I would carry, and this is not really a go-to-war gun for me either. That would be my SIG P226, a highly reliable gun that I would use in any situation that would turn bad, like a WROL situation or something similar to that, where we would need something in that capacity. There are just a ton of accessories for the Kimber. This thing is pretty maxed out already. I know we can get a stainless steel bushing up here. That would probably look pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, it's already got the lightweighted hammer, lightweighted trigger with the holes drilled in. It's got the beveled magwell. There's just a lot of grips out there. There's just a ton of grips. The other thing that's kind of lacking, in my opinion, for this is this is a modern day handgun, and I know it would probably ruin the look of the 1911, but I'm really disappointed that it doesn't have accessory rail on the front. I know they're out there. You can get them aftermarket, but I would have thought they would have maybe incorporated that into the Kimber, especially that it says the custom to. Other than that, there's a lot of options for it. This has been a rock solid performer. Never had a jam, malfunction of any sort. I know the 1911s are pretty much rock solid performers. I've heard recently that there's been some problems with the Kimber, and that might be related to the external extractor that it has. I think all the Kimbers now have gone back to the internal extractors. You can see here the ejection port is lowered and beveled to help eject the shells. So as far as durability goes, this thing is, if you ever held a 1911, this is a full steel frame, not aluminum frame. Like I said before, that the weight is very heavy. Wouldn't want to carry this around for long periods of time. There are other options out there that are lighter, that have just as much firepower. But you know what? You can't beat the cool factor of a 1911. Like I said before, every collection should have a 1911 in it, and this is mine, and I love it. The cost for this, I think, is about $750 is what you're going to pay in your local gun store, give or take, which is a pretty good deal, I think, by today's standards. There's a lot of other brands out there you can pay a lot more for, and there's a few out there that you can pay less for, but you probably won't get the same level of quality that you will with the Kimber. Kimber is just top notch. Can't beat it. So anyway, this is my 1911 Kimber Custom 2. You have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.